Hello guys, welcome back to our biochemistry lecture series. So today's our discussion is about DNA replication. To start the DNA replication, first I would like to introduce you some basics about DNA replication. And to understand the DNA replication, first we will compare the prokaryotes and the eukaryotes, and then we will understand how the DNA replication occurs in human beings and in bacteria like the prokaryotes. So let's first look at this. The prokaryotes like the bacteria, to the bacteria, they have just one chromosome. They have just one chromosome. There is just one origin of replication. So there is just one single site to start the replication. And if we look at the eukaryotes like we human beings, so we have 23 pairs of chromosomes. So our DNA is double-stranded DNA. So we have a multiple sites. We not have just one. We have so many different sites of origin of replication. And then in the next step, you can just look at this. This is the replication bubble. This is just a replication bubble. And to start this in prokaryotes, you need first a DNA binding protein. Basically, how do you know that? From where you have to start the DNA replication? To understand that, there is a protein on the DNA of the bacteria that is called DNA protein. So by looking that protein, then you understand that so this is the site of origin of replication in prokaryotes. And here in eukaryotes, there are multiple origin sites. In the second step, just look at this. After you finding that this is the origin of the site of replication. So here, after replication, there are just two DNA molecules. And just look at the eukaryotes. The strands, the double-stranded DNA strands, they are far from each other, but the central part, like called as a centromere, is still attached with each other. So to start the DNA replication, you have to understand a lot of enzymes. So the basic enzyme is DNA polymerase. So DNA polymerase in prokaryotes, it is written in Roman numbers like 1, 2 and 3. And in eukaryotes like we human beings, so it is written as alpha, beta, gamma, delta and epsilon naught. So basically the DNA polymerase also have a proofreading mechanism. So basically what is proofreading mechanism? If during replication that our body finds that there is some mistakes or there is some errors, so then this is called as the proofreading mechanism by which the DNA polymerase enzyme contains two other enzymes that do the proofreading. So basically it is composed of two, like exonuclease and endonucleases. So exonucleases are called exonucleases because the exo stands for the outside and endo stands for the inside. Exonucleases cut that error part, that the wrong site of the replication from the outside of the DNA strands, and endonucleases not cut from the outside, they just cut from the inside. Like if there is a double-stranded DNA molecule and if you find that the error is in the center of the DNA, so then endonucleases, they come there and they perform their function by cutting, by replacing that site, just that site, not the whole DNA. Okay, so now let's begin our basically our today's topic is DNA replication. So let's look at it. So basically this is this the step one is our normal DNA. So as you know that our DNA molecule contains two strands. It is double stranded, and the two strands, they are complementary and they are anti-parallel. So always we start the DNA replication and we read and synthesize the DNA replication in 5' to 3' end. Look at this. This is the 5' end and this is the 3' end. And here it is the complementary and anti-parallel. So it is 3' end and it is 5' end. So in step 2, so just look at this. This is the replication bubble. This is the just as I just told you that there are in prokaryotes one origin site and in eukaryotes there are multiple origin sites. So here just look at this. this is the origin of the replication. We also call it replication bubble. So basically this is the point from where we will start the replication. In the step 3, so how you can separate the two strands. So to separate the two strands, you need first an enzyme called as helicase. Helicase is an enzyme which acts as a scissor. Helicase is an enzyme which acts as a scissor like this. So it will cut the two strands. And then you will start the replication. So while you are cutting the two strands of the DNA strands, so the initial part, the starting point is so smooth, but while the other part have some tension, or maybe the other part is becoming like so tightly packed. To avoid that tightly packing or to avoid that tension, you need another enzyme called as topoisomerase. Basically, what the topoisomerase enzyme do is that it prevents that this tension. Just look at this. In the next step, you will find that here is the tightly packed DNA strands, and in the next step, you will find that the topoisomerase will avoid that tension, and you will find that the smooth replication is going on. So to start the replication, you need a replication bubble, and then the other enzyme is helicase, which acts as a molecular scissor, which will cut the two strands of the DNA. So now there is a tension, so to avoid that tension, you need an enzyme topoisomerase. But while you are cutting the two strands of the DNA molecule, maybe there is a possible or there is a chance that these two strands which you are cutting can get again together like this, so to avoid that, there are some proteins, this is called as single stranded binding proteins, which are attached on our DNA strand molecules, which avoids or which prevents that these two strands to get together. In the next step, you will find that the DNA replication begins from the 5 prime to 3 prime end. So there is called as a leading strand, and here is the formation of the lagging strand. Leading strand formation is just going on so continuously, so smoothly, but on the other end there is a formation of the lagging strand. So to start the lagging strand, to start the formation of the lagging strand, first, there is an enzyme called as the primase. Primase basically makes an RNA primer. Primase will make an RNA primer. This is basically, just look at this. This is an RNA primer. And from here, this is an RNA primer. This is just one RNA primer. This is second RNA primer, and here is the third. And the DNA replication, the formation of the new strand is just going, in this direction. So we call these fragments, we call it Okazaki fragments. We call it Okazaki fragments, and just look at this. The leading strand just formed, so continuously, but here the Okazaki fragments, they form so discontinuously. In the next step, you will find that after you just make the lagging strand, so now we don't need the RNA primer. So what is that enzyme which will remove that RNA primer? This is called as the RNase H. This is an enzyme which just remove the RNA primer, and then the formation of the Okazaki fragments, they just get along together. And here is, we can find that in the next step, we can find that there's a continuous and smooth formation of the DNA replication. So just look at this. This is the leading strand, and this is the lagging strand. And here is the 5 prime end, and here is 3 prime end. And the other strand is complementary and anti-parallel. So the other strand is just opposite. So it is 3 prime end to 5 prime end. But before we finish that today's topic, I would like to tell you that here just we remove that RNA primer. So after removing that RNA primer, what is that enzyme which just joined these two RNA, these two fragments together? that is called as, that is called as here, that enzyme is called as DNA ligase. DNA ligase is an enzyme which will connect the two fragments together, and the process of DNA replication in eukaryotes and in prokaryotes is almost same. Just there are little differences between the enzymes. That doesn't matter. So I think you will like the today's discussion DNA replication, and if you guys like it, so just please give a big thumb up, and if you have any questions, so here is my Instagram handle, so you can just give me my message, so I will try to respond to you as soon as possible. So thank you.